What should you believe? You should believe whatever makes you feel the most empowered. Whatever makes you the most excited, passionate, ready to wake up and go live your life fully. Whatever makes you the most full of love and light and the most compassionate and helpful and loving towards other human beings on this planet. That is what you should believe. And I don't care how you get there. It doesn't matter if it's mainstream religion or it's science or it's spirituality or it's agnostic, atheism. It's completely irrelevant. What matters is what is the feeling that that particular set of beliefs gives you, and does that belief structure actually serve you as an individual on living a life that is actually worth living? And the reason why I say that is because I think that if we were being truly honest with ourselves, we would acknowledge that we don't really know at all what is the true state of affairs in terms of what is actually the nature of reality and what the heck is actually going on here and what happens after we die. I don't think that we're meant to know. Whoever told you that you should know? We are an evolving species of apes walking around on a small planet surrounding a small sun on the fringes of a minor galaxy, floating around in an infinite multiverse. I mean, why should we as individuals have any real grasp of the true nature of reality? And if we can acknowledge that we really don't know, then it comes down to subjective experience. What serves you? What feels the best? What brings out the best qualities? What beliefs bring out the best qualities? Because when we're being truly honest, most people hold on to their particular beliefs not because it's the truth, the one universal truth. They hold on to their beliefs because it's an emotional decision, whether we recognize it or not. Some people hold on to their belief, whether it's science or religion or spirituality, because they want to feel disempowered. They want to feel guilty for being alive. They want to feel like this life is a prison sentence. They want to feel like they have something to blame. They want to feel like they have no control. They want to feel a certain way. Other people have those exact same beliefs, but they're extracting the feeling of wanting to be connected, wanting to believe in God, wanting to feel like they're being looked out for, wanting to feel like they're safe, wanting to feel like they understand their place in the world. And none of it is wrong, but if we can let go of our addiction, of this feeling of the need to know, which is really just a fear of the unknown, if we can let go of that, then we can actually reclaim the power to consciously choose beliefs and to let it be a creative, artistic process. You know, my recommendation is that you go out in the world and you allow your belief system to be semi-permeable, and you go shopping in the world of subjective belief. There's so many different things you can believe and so many different stories you can hold on to and create for yourself. I suggest you go shopping and have fun along the way. Bring back creativity, bring back a sense of kind of cosmic giggle of, wow, I personally resonate and feel this thing as truth inside of me, but God knows I'm probably way off because there's a multiverse out there, and how could I possibly grasp it? There's no way I know, but man, do I love this story that I'm creating for myself. Let it be semi-permeable, and let it continue to evolve and grow and expand continuously in the trajectory of what creates the most joy. You know, there's 6 point whatever billion people on this planet, and they're all having different subjective experiences. There have been over 100 billion people who have come, lived, and gone. And we're going to try to say that any of those, that we know the one truth for all of those people? How is that possible? It's always subjective to the individual. So we might as well move towards our own empowerment. And what I personally believe, this is what I've cultivated for myself through many years of spiritual window shopping and evolution. This is where my story's at right now. Mostly, I believe a lot of things actually, but to keep it simple, I believe that we're all a part of one divine energy, one thing, whether or not, whatever the heck is creating us, we're a part of that. And the universe is having billions of experiences through us as individuals simultaneously. And it's having all these different experiences, and creation is just absolutely in love with being us as individuals and exploring all the options and exploring what it's like to be a fundamental religious person and exploring what it's like to be a total atheist and exploring what it's like to be the hero and be the villain and exploring what it's like to have a life that's tremendously boring and exploring what it's like to have a life that's super fun and exciting and just having a blast with all of it, because creation doesn't see things in this like this is good and that's bad. I mean, if you zoom out big enough, what's good and what's bad, it all starts to dissolve into the greater picture. So it's like the universe is in love with all of it, and we are choosing and creating along the way whatever experience we're going to have this time around. And so it's all perfect. And if you want to come here and you want to say, you know, on a spiritual path, I realize that what it's all really about is ascending and reaching enlightenment and waking up so that you never have to come back to this planet again. Awesome. That is the game that the universe is having through you this particular time around. Is it the truth? Definitely not. There's no way that is the truth. Can it be your truth and your story this time around? Absolutely. That is the power of free will to have any experience you want, and the universe will abide. So you want to have that, have fun. You want to have the, you know, I'm a Christian and when I die, I go straight to heaven. That's actually pretty empowering. It tends to come with a lot of guilt and a lot of feelings that we're sinners and kicked out of the Garden of Eden and all this other stuff that I find really, really heavy. And so I don't think that it's an optimal story of life, an optimal belief, but I can see where they got a couple things right. The idea of how do we handle the afterlife is actually really, really, really simple. Just let Christ into your heart and you're good to go. That's actually a very powerful permission slip. That's a very powerful belief. But what it does to suppress and repress the human experience, I don't think that's optimal to play that out. That doesn't make me want to get up and go live life. For someone else, it might. It might be the perfect system for them. And it, on every mark, truly feels like I just love God and I love my life. And if that's the case, then I say you've nailed it. And in another example, let's say you're the super level-headed, you know, science and spirituality is crazy, woo-woo, not real, and I'm grounded and I'm this and I'm that. And I would just say, well, that's another game that the universe is having through you, and it wants to play the I'm tough and I'm rational and I'm science, and I'm completely addicted to physicality, which is how I relate to people like that. You're just addicted to physicality. What I taste, see, sense, and smell and feel, and like that's what real is, and everything else is out of the box. Which is fine. You're totally welcome to have that. That's the universe playing that game out. It's gorgeous. But I'll just say, from my personal opinion, that seems really, really boring to me. That just seems gray and dull and lacking in imagination. Like, where's the creativity? Where's the possibility? Where's the possibility of having your mind blown by some crazy mystical experience that you can't even comprehend? Like, where's the room for spirit and color and energy and play and adventure and a sense of God talking to you and a sense of connectedness to all things? And I mean, oh my God, imagine if you had a belief that was open to all of that. What might be possible? How much more fun could life be if that was the belief? And that's where I want to be. That's the experience I'm choosing. And by the way, anyone out there who's on the, you know, super straight and dry side of belief, all I can say is that I hope you never have an encounter with a psychedelic plant or a glitch in the matrix or start discovering any Easter eggs, because it might throw a monkey wrench in your belief system real quick. For better or worse. And typically when I present this idea to people, I start off by just saying, hey, look, let's imagine that I was born colorblind. So that means that I have a subjective experience of reality where everything's black and white. Just like dogs, right? I'm with the dogs, everything's black and white, and I have no idea what it's like to see color. And you are having the full color experience. Can we agree then that we're kind of living in two different realities? We're on the same earth, but we're so subjectively having a completely different experience. We're not even really in the same reality anymore. You're in your bubble and I'm in my black and white bubble. Most people, no matter how level-headed they are, I can get them to agree to that. And if that's the case, then that means that our perceptions, beliefs, and the meaning that we give to life And our physicality and all these different types of things create our subjective reality, which means that we have the power to change it. We have the power to, an immense power. I mean, the power of belief and the power of meaning that human beings can add on to things. That's a uniquely human trait, by the way. That is our greatest gift. It is so powerful. It can bless and destroy your life, and it can bless and destroy the world. And as we're watching right now, it very well may. The belief that we have politically, economically, even scientifically, the belief that we've had religiously has caused tremendous destruction on this planet, and it might actually lead to our demise. And my hope, and I think probably our best chance at actually saving this planet, is going to come from recognizing this and beginning to roll out the list of benefits on all these different belief systems and begin to ask the question of, do these belief systems that we've been maintaining actually serve the planet as a whole? And the answer is, I don't think so. Is there any real benefit collectively, planetarily, as a society, as a species, of maintaining any story of separation, any story of competitiveness, any story of we're right, you're wrong, any story of the world is just a dead, empty rock and we're here to impose our will upon it? We need to be looking at this and talking about this and go, does the belief in unity consciousness, true or not true, serve the planet as a whole? What is the benefits of these types of beliefs? What are the benefits of a belief in cooperation, a belief in oneness, a belief of connectedness, a belief of love, a belief of cooperation? This is what we need to figure out, and it doesn't matter what the system looks like, as long as the benefits are well-being, health, and a thriving planet for all sentient life. That the opportunity to be alive and have a human experience continues. Whatever belief leads us collectively to that will be the right one, and might be our absolute best shot at surviving. That is how powerful belief is. And I don't think that it's very useful to deny our right to enact that power and to float around in the, oh my God, we know nothing space. That's not very healthy. We can really lose ourselves in that, and it's not very empowering to the individual. It's just important that we're able to choose consciously and navigate consciously and continue to be open and curious and acknowledging that no matter where you're at right now, it's probably nowhere near the truth. Probably nowhere near right, because we're just this little beautiful humans doing the best that we can. So have fun with it. Be the hero of your story. Don't be a cog in someone else's story. Be the hero of your story. Create a story that is worth living. As Alan Watts said so beautifully, you have to create a model of reality where the flame is worth the candle. If you're going to get up every day and burn down the wax of the tiny amount of time that you have in your life, the story better be damn worth it. The flame better be worth it. A really easy way to check your math is just to imagine that you took that belief system, whatever it is, and told it to a 6-year-old and explained it to a 6-year-old and just watched their reaction. And if the reaction looks at you like they're confused, like it doesn't make any sense, like it's gross, if they twist up their face like they just tasted Brussels sprouts for the first time, right? If they give you something like this, or they think it's just totally boring and they go back to playing with what's actually happening in reality right here, right now, you're probably a good indicator that you're off the mark and that belief isn't actually really useful to you on your journey. That's a really simple way to check your math. What would your inner 6-year-old say about your philosophies and your dogma? Does it agree? Is it heart-centered? Is it simple? Is it clear? Does it serve you? Does it serve the world? Does it uplift you to be the best version of yourself so you can serve the world powerfully? If not, time to liberate yourself.